Welcome, guys. So today, this is the part four. In last stream, I had to wait. Huh. So in last stream, I had to restart my computer at the hypervisor step. Right, my VMware wasn't starting hypervisor because of all the virtualization issues. So that took time. I had to restart almost 15 to 20 times to finally make it working, and I will tell you precisely how I made it work. So in this stream, what I'm going to do precisely, this is going to be long stream. I really hope to complete following things. What are the things? First of all, first of all, I will complete the notes, whatever things I did off stream. I haven't written them, I haven't documented them. So while documenting, I will explain. So the both will go hand in hand. Afterwards, we have to make Apache Guacamole. Okay, that is going to be very interesting how we build that. Then integrate Guacamole, of course, in our setup. Linux workstations, Windows workstations, automate Linux workstations via Ansible, research on WSO2 login and dashboard, build a WSO2 login and dashboard, and Windows admin VM. Um, let's see if we are able to accomplish all of those things. And here I've started a 5-hour timer. This is going to be a long stream. Uh, let's do it, guys. So you might be seeing, seeing hypervisor on screen. Let me switch to OBS. So where were we? All right. We restarted this session inside the hypervisor. We made all the GUI and stuffs. Okay, I think some of the part I have written. Maybe I should start with. Oh yes, we left off here. So how to make this hypervisor? First of all, you would create a new Linux virtual machine, Ubuntu server fine, allocate allocate much more resources to this one because this is going to be hypervisor and it will run a lot of virtual machines uh, behind your back. Okay, so be sure to allocate it a lot of resource. Then you have to enable this nested virtualization from VM settings. And what is this precisely? To show this, I can just show you processor C. See, this one is tick, virtualize Intel, whatever, or AMD. This is the precise thing, virtualize Intel or AMD. Then we assign VMNet 3 as network adapter 1, so that we actually cut off this whole thing from internet completely. Then power on. But you'll actually find out that you can't power on. Okay. Why you can't power on? Because of because of something called let me show you, because of something called virtualization based security. So this virtualization based security was enabled. Okay, I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off. So I tried many things. Whatever Gemini suggested in last stream, that didn't work. And it suggested a lot of things afterwards. None of those worked. Okay. So I searched online about this same issue. Then I found out a forum. Maybe that forum is still saved on my link. Maybe I've saved the link. Static Is that it? Yes, this is the work. You see this person, Dan Nguyen. Thanks a lot, Dan Nguyen. Sorry if I'm not able to pronounce your name correctly, but I have deep gratitude for you. So this guy's steps actually fixed this problem. What I did is that I copied this message, okay, and I instructed Gemini to give me translate all of these steps into CMD commands, okay. And when I set it to do so, it gave me this set of commands. Um, yes, this is the command. I just you can just copy paste this whole code into your administrative CMD and shut down a computer, power it back on. Basically, restart a computer. This is the restart. But some more things to note. You have to turn off, um, search this particular thing, turn Windows features on or off. And if I can show you, you have to disable WSL. You have to disable hypervisor platform. You have to disable virtual machine platform. And if any hypervisor things you see, disable everything. Okay, disable everything related to virtual machines from this Windows features. Fine. And then open core isolation. In core isolation, you have to disable everything. Like I disabled everything here. Uh, it might ask you to restart a computer. Then you have to restart. And as I have written here, pay very close attention as the computer turns back on, because before window loads, you will get a black screen with white text warning uh, to show you that UEFI configuration was modified. And you have to accept that notification with F3. Fine. Um, but here's a catch. When I was actually restarting my laptop, that screen didn't come. Okay. Something else. I saw something else, and whatever that was, it said me. It kind of said me that something has failed, and I was just frustrated at that point because I already had restarted my computer more than 20-30 times almost, and nothing worked. And when this also didn't work, it kind of um, pushed me down. But to my surprise, after 15 to 20 seconds, that screen transitions into this particular screen that is written as here. Okay, so you have to wait. If you ever do this and you face the same issue, you just have to wait. Believe in yourself, wait, and things will move into your favor. So press F3 and your computer will restart. And after restart, you are done. And basically, you know what? I have actually disabled virtual machine platform and everything like that, hypervisor. That kind of puts me back on steps like let's say if you are a gamer, okay, you can't play any you can't play any game that has anti-cheat. Okay, so let's say you can't play Fortnite, you can't play Valorant, you can't play any game that has anti-cheat enabled. Fine. But what's the good thing is that as you have disabled hypervisor, your other games will have more other games will have a better access to your hardware because a layer of abstraction is just gone. Okay, you have um, just turned off, just removed completely a layer of abstraction, and thus there is better access to the root hardware. So now, let's say you have to do this, but also like just removed complete. Sorry. Let's just say you have to Where was I? Let's say you have to re-enable this virtual machine platform because you want to actually play those games and you want to use WSL and things like that. In that case, just just follow reverse steps. So this command will reverse all of this, and I'm just telling you here to turn on those things: virtual machine platform, WSL, and hypervisor, and all those things which just made you uh, and also enable the core isolation, of course. So these steps are to reverse what we did here. But currently, we don't need to reverse anything. And after we complete this step, you can actually power on this particular virtual machine. Fine. Then enable all those steps we do for all of the virtual machines we present here. That is leasing, reserving a domain, an IP address for this virtual machine. Then complete the operating system installation, disconnect the ISO, and you have to add some packages on Mirror. And you know what? Some packages won't really install, or I say some packages will take a lot of time or not give you a complete dependency tree because you are actually trying to install complete GUI into a headless operating system. So even if you try to host all of those GUI packages, it will still miss some of the dependency uh, because normally the operating system just assumes that you might have a lot of things which you don't have, because this operating system, especially we are talking about, we are talking about a stripped image, and we are using that stripped image for a kind of containerized operating system. So this containerized Ubuntu images are very much stripped. So whatever this assumes, those packages weren't available there. Fine. So how do we actually download complete dependency? We'll see. We'll actually see. There is a complete section I wrote ahead. So first of all, you have to add this incus library, also kemu kvm, but this might not work as per the issues I said you, and this might not work. So to actually make it work, you have to follow the steps, kind of the traditional steps I say. Clean your cache, download everything as cache, then move all of those cache into your incoming folder, and add that folder to repository, publish all those updates, and just be done with it. But these two things are actually going to enable the the containerized operating system. To actually work with those containerized operating system, we need these packages, but this is not GUI. Okay. So first of all, now we open hypervisor one and we verify IP ADDR and whatever things, just like we did in every operating system above. Okay. We install OpenSSH server and we connect that hypervisor platform with our host machine so that we can SSH into it. And finally, we try to install KVM. And we are able to install it because we actually properly, in a traditional way, we installed everything. Otherwise, otherwise the step will fail. Note that the step will fail if you don't follow it like this and just do this, because this might not work actually. So add a user, make a new group with it, and with that user, you have to initialize the software, and it will ask you a lot of questions, and all of those questions I have documented it right here. The all of those questions you have to answer those questions kind of like this, and then you have to download Ubuntu OS image. How to do so? Because you can't download it directly on hypervisor, because of course it doesn't have any internet connection. You have to download it on Mirror and then move it. And to do so, we use actually SCP package, which I think transfers files over SSH, if I'm correct. I might be wrong, but that's not the main point of this video currently. We download basically two things. First is first is the cloud image. This is a tar file, an archive, and second is squash fs file system. Okay, uh, these two enable us to directly launch the Ubuntu operating system as a containerized application. Okay, so now the struggle was with this operating system right here. When we actually try to start it, you know, you launch this workstation, and when you launch this workstation, you expect that it will connect to a network. And why? Because we actually we have originally connected this uh, to our, you know, um, to our mirror server. Because again, in this containerized application as well, we need to install GUI, and to install GUI, we of course will install from mirror server. So we need to connect this containerized operating system with mirror server. And how to do so? You might not see IPv4 because of course this hasn't been connected to anything. So shut down, and these steps are somewhat different from typical steps. Please note this carefully. You have to close all the VMs and open this hypervisor.vmx file, and this file can actually be present will be present wherever you place your operating system, basically your virtual machines. Let me show you where I put it. I put all my virtual machines in this VM folder, and this is my hypervisor one, and this is the file I'm talking to you, hypervisor1.vmx, your VM file basically. And what do you have to do is that you open this particular file as you know, you have to open this file in Notepad. Open this file in Notepad and add this particular line at the very end. After you add this line at the end, the operating system will not hallucinate connecting to different networks. And honestly, I don't understand this part very much, but I just want to be done with this work at this point. Um, then I will study this later, but I just want to complete this work as soon as possible. Now run all your virtual machines again, and within this workstation we made, okay, we made this workstation, right? We make this workstation right here with we make this workstation right here. See, we make an alias. We take this file system and the archive, and using those we make an alias of Ubuntu 24.04, and then we use Ubuntu 24.04 on an containerized image, and that image name is test workstation. Inside this text workstation, you will execute this command. Okay, and to work with this containerized application, this is the way you basically execute in some image and separate that insider command with this wrapper. Fine. So execute this. This will actually replace the DHCP file, of course, netplan dhcp.yaml file with this content. And finally, we will be able to see an IPv4 address on our machine, which is a feat in itself, because this containerized VM wasn't connecting to any network, and we wanted to connect to our internal network in such a way that it takes its IP from the OpenSense DHCP server automatically. And if you remember, we leased a given range of IPs from 10.10.10.50 to 10.10.10.60, or the last number, whatever the number was. Fine. And finally, we need to install all the GUIs and things like that. You see this command actually took me more than an hour to complete. And why is that? Because the thing I noted at the start of stream, all the GUI libraries, many of the things are assumed that, man, this will be present. But because this is containerized application, many things are just removed to make it as lightweight as possible. But we don't want to make it lightweight. We literally want a GUI overhead. So basically, this command right here will map all of the dependencies, make a tree, and then we install everything. Okay. Even when I'm downloading 10 packages at once in parallel, this took me an hour. So just with very good internet connection. So just think how many packages we have here. We have a lot of packages, literally a lot of packages. And then we take all of those packages, download it into our this folder, incoming folder, and publish it, basically aptly publish. And after publishing, we remove all of those dev files which is downloaded. So after an hour of downloading, this will complete, and you can finally replace your apt sources file inside the text workstation, so that it actually fetches all of the apt updates and installs from mirror server instead of archive.ubuntu.com. Okay. Then update it, install these packages. These packages are basically those GUI overhead, and it will actually result in downloading the whole tree, the whole dependency tree you actually downloaded here. Everything will be fetched, and you have to overwrite this file. And some steps I have not noted, so let's see those steps now. What are those steps? I'll just search this thing first of all. We have 3 instances of it. I won't create it for now. Fine. However, your text workstation. I'm trying to find where I left off. So where did I left off? Broken packages, yes. Then too slow, yes. I actually asked for a better script, and it gave me that 10 concurrent download script, and that also took me an hour. So fine. This is the step I completed. And we actually see download almost an hour. Okay, but it's done, and now I've completed till this step, accession. Okay, so this is the step we need to move on. We need to move on from right here. Now let's do the native RDP test. Fine. We create a user. Although while creating this user, it will actually ask you for a password. But still, for our personal satisfaction, we reset the password again. I don't know why. Don't do this. This is a very redundant command. Maybe in other distros of Linux, this might be different. So you restart, but you know what happens? Now it is telling me to go to RDP, my remote desktop. Wait, let me show you. This remote desktop connection thing right here. You have this application installed in your whatever system. You try to connect to it. First note, let me see my SSH 40, SSH 41, SSH 42, and SSH 43. Hypervisor, yes. Incus list. This is stopped. Okay. How do I start it? I have to start it by guys, just give me a minute. Incus start test workstation, I think. Yeah. It has one snapshot. That snapshot is the one which I'll use to replicate this operating system as many times as I want. Just wait some seconds, and I think okay, this is running. As you see, this is running on this port it got from OpenSense DHCP server, Kia DHCP. So basically, this remote desktop connection, I'll connect to this. Why is it taking such long time? Yes, see this, guys. I will put the password I created while making this new user, and when I start this operating system now, this whole containerized operating system with GUI ready to be streamed on browser via Guacamole. So we actually have to move to Guacamole step, and I'm just noting all the steps I forgot to note in my documentation. How beautiful is this, right? I just love it. I totally love it. You can just close this connection and it will reopen from the point you left it off, and you can't power off this computer. It's not in your control. Let's say I open terminal and I close this connection. Okay. I close this connection. I try to connect again. And you see, the terminal is right open. This is so beautiful. Such amazing. I'm just obsessed. So, where were we? Oh, yeah. This operating system you just saw, this wasn't really launching after you wrote your credentials. So how did I fix it? Uh, I'm, I have to basically find that precise step which fixed this. Yes, okay, it works here. This is the part which worked. On mirror one, there were some drivers missing, so we installed those drivers. Switch to mirror one and then do this. 17. What did you install? Again, you follow that complete dependency tree making thing, and you try to install all of these things: xorg, xrdp, xserver, xorg core. These packages were missing. Add these packages, and after you do so, switch to hypervisor 1 and do this. You actually have to install and restart xrdp on insider container. Fine, it worked. And after it starts working, we actually have to create a snapshot. So to create a snapshot, just follow these steps. Fine. Now actually asked it what are the precise steps we should follow on the roadmap now. And it suggested me to follow it like Apache Guacamole, domain controller, Windows admin, VM, Ansible, and things like that. So this is the thing. Now the step is to build Guacamole in this container itself. Let's export it. Well, this is a giant PDF, 21 pages already. Fine. Come here. And then, oh, actually, oh man, wait, copy this response. Sorry for that. I want a new chat context. I think no. You are actually creating a new virtual machine for Guacamole. But what I think is that we should use hypervisor itself as the Guacamole server, because at the end you just need to install these free packages, right? And why worry so much? Why are we even creating a new server for it? You may need to do this on mirror one and HCP it over, download it directly if Guacamole is temporary internet access. Move the file into Tomcat's deployment directory. This is a very fair question. While installing it directly on the hypervisor would save you some RAM and reduce your overall VM count. Creating a dedicated server for aligns much better with the ultimate goal of building production ready model. In a home quick lab, throwing everything into single box is common, but for an enterprise, Guacamole acts as your web-facing VDI gateway. Eventually, it will be handling traffic routed from the outside world through your Nginx TMG and WSO2 layers. If an attacker manages to find a vulnerability in Tomcat or Guac service, a dedicated VM traps them in that specific server. If Guacamole is installed directly on a hypervisor, a compromised Tomcat instance could give an attacker direct host level access to hypervisor itself, meaning they instantly own every single virtual workstation running inside it. So, contention. If Guacd daemon works by dynamically translating RDP VNC protocols into continuous stream of canvas instructions for the web browser, this transcoding process is highly CPU and memory intensive, especially as concurrent users increase. You want your hypervisor dedicating its compute resources purely to running the Incus containers. Okay, if you're worried about RAM overhead on your physical machine from running too many heavy VMware VMs, here is practical compromise. We could run the Guacamole server as a Incus container inside Hypervisor 1 alongside the workstation. This avoids creating a whole new VMware VM, save baseline OS RAM, but still maintains logical separation from the hypervisor base operating system. Would you prefer to stick? SSH into Mirror 1 and install these packages. And now we have to build Guacamole. Install core services on hypervisor 1. First. Oh, thank you, Tushar. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So, how is everything? Why are you not sleeping right now? Install core services on hypervisor 1. Since hypervisor 1 is already pointed to mirror 1 via this file, you can fetch the packages locally, SSH into this, and this is our hypervisor. So on hypervisor 1, wait, okay. Fine now. And then enable this service. I can just club it here. You're writing a song for your. Okay. Every everyone's birthday is in August, man. I know at this point I know almost more than 30 people who have birthday in August. This August is so concentrated with birthdays, man. But still we have zero parties. Do you know? Yes. Do you know today is Nobita's birthday? Today is 8 August, right? Yes. Nobita's birthday. September. Okay. Well, it's close to August after all. Deploy the web application. Guacamole's frontend runs as Java war file inside Tomcat. So you have to download Guacamole client application. If hypervisor 1 lacks internet access, run this on mirror 1 and HCP the file over. Of course. Well, I can just do it in this step here, and later on we can just SCP wget this file on mirror 1, move the file to web app directory. Um, wait, pause. SCP, where is it? We wget it like that, and we have to do something like this. Push this file to this thing right here. Okay. Um, how do we do that? We do that by um take this file, place it here. First search SCP. Okay. You downloaded this file as guacamole.war. Ah, man, I'm so stupid. This will basically download in same folder. If I'm correct, I might have polluted something. Yes, I'm right. I forgot to delete these images, but it's fine because it might be in use later on. Might use it later. So I install this as guacamole.var. And if I've done so, then actually I have to move this particular file. Okay. Now we will have that file on our hypervisor, and then we can proceed with this step right here, this command. So both of those things, just do it in one shot. We have to restart this Tomcat application. Now configure the VDI connection. On hypervisor 1, find the current IPv4 address of test workstation. It is 50, of course, yes. Okay. Create the Guacamole configuration directory. Create the user mapping XML file. This is where we configure RDP connection to the Devesh user account you provisioned inside the test workstation. Okay. Inside the Guacamole configuration folder. Link the configuration folder to Tomcat. So Tomcat has permission to read it. Um, we have linked that to our user share Tomcat Guacamole file, and this file will have different permissions, and with this permissions we can actually read the system file. Okay, that's an intelligent, really intelligent. I think I learned something with this command. This is smart. Restart both services to apply mappings. Okay. Then you just have to verify. Let's see if these steps work in practical. So we have to install some of the things on mirror one, that is mirror add guacamole. Will this work? Fine. Then I have to add Tomcat Tomcat 9. This might not work. Okay. And this, okay, I guessed it right. Hi Devesh sir. Hello Zespreen. How is it? How is life going? Well, I know I have to switch my uh I have to switch my, what do you say? What do you say? The repository list file to some other, you know, some other point, what do you say? Some other endpoint, which actually has this Tomcat 9 file available, but I'm just too lazy right now. I just want this work to be done. Uh, Give me commands, dear God. Life is okay. I can't just call out that word on stream. I think my account isn't verified. I might get blocked before sunrise. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Chilling and studying. That's what we do. We engineers. Is that so? Thanks. Dexter, hi. Hello, Dexter. Glacier, Tushar. Well, Dexter is a really good, what do you say? I have seen that web series. He kills those people who kill. Um, let's forget that. That series wasn't good, Too much killing. I've got you. Okay, you have got me. Okay, as I said, we have to repoint the we have to change the endpoint. So it's actually changing the endpoint from jammy main universe to something else. And that something else is being actually we might have different configuration right now, and this command is actually changing it to jammy main universe, and we will have this package in jammy main universe endpoint. Okay, let's change the endpoint. Actually, we are not changing it. We are adding it. We are appending it. So if now what Dexter is a nice series, why? Yet it is a nice series. I like that series, and I think Dexter dies at the end, right? If I'm correct. Off topic. Oh, okay. Is that off topic? We are we are we are engineers working late night, bro. How can you say something is off topic for us? We need to update the mirror. I will actually specify a note here. Note if Tomcat 9 fails, follow the following procedure. Yes, I have very, very riz. Huh? Okay, I don't understand anything what's going on in the chat right now. Let me just focus on my topic. So where was I? Huh. We have to add a new what's the precise term for it, I think Tomcat 10 current release, so apt literally cannot find that package. Yes, download a function boxes. Okay, okay. I think I think we call these type of links as source. Simple source. Good night, gang. Good night. I can say anything. My life, my rules. Okay. You were in your room. Is this chat still on topic? Tushar, are you on topic? Lecturing the lecturer is so cool. Okay, we add this archive to our sources list as Jemmy temporary list. And maybe it will actually remove the list later. Yes, I'm right. I'm right. Yes, it actually removes the list later. Okay, write your song, bro. Focus on song. Actually, we already have this incoming directory. So we just switch to this directory and make that complete dependency tree I was talking about. This command is godly. It just fixes everything. Then you take all of those dependencies that you have actually written in this variable right here in this environment variable, and we fetch everything, every single dependency from this environment variable, pipe it to xargs, and xargs basically xargs will launch 10 different terminal sessions at the same time to download whatever dependency we have. So this 10 what I write here, I'll basically be downloading 10 packages at the same time concurrently. If I was able to explain that shit. Okay. So we download all the packages. We we then add all those packages to our aptly repo. We publish the repository, and after publishing the repository, just remove those things, bro. Whichever mess you created, nah, clear all those mess. And this is how we clear all the mess. And once this finishes, you can switch back to hypervisor one and run whatever commands you were running beforehand. Let's see. We have to sudo bash c echo this source from archive.ubuntu.com slash ubuntu slash. Is there a space? Are you sure? Is there a space after? Okay, there is one space. Okay. Mr. Jammy Main's universe has a lot of cool packages. And write this source in this temporary file apt sources.list.d slash jammy temp.list. Okay, that is done. Now sudo apt get update to actually fetch all the list of packages the jammy main universe is containing. And it fetches everything. Then we will switch to incoming folder and download every package. First of all, of course, make the dependency tree and then download the package. Download it fast. I don't know how much time it is going to take. As I specified, the GUI packages were downloading like this for almost an hour. Hour, the correct pronunciation. I just have to wait. Actually, let me just have a washing break till this is happening. Give me just a 1 2 minute break, guys. I'm coming in a minute. Welcome back, guys. This download is completed, and I'm such grateful for it. Hmm. Sorry. Hmm. Sorry, Square. So this part is done. We have to add all these packages to our aptly repository. Oh, it has complete Java versions, and I know Java is so big. My internet connection is actually fast. Okay, we publish all those packages, then remove all the def files, then remove the Jammy universe we fetched, and update our uh, package list yet again. Okay, fine. Now on hypervisor one, I will actually be able to fetch all of these files. Right now, I can add Tomcat 9 or Tomcat 10. Which one is it? Tomcat 9 itself. Switch back to hypervisor one and sudo update install. Okay. Okay, so we basically installed Tomcat 9, right? Yes. It installed Tomcat 9 and without any errors. Guac Guac T and libguac client RDP0 is also done. Okay, so basically you see all those three packages are done. The ones that is left is this guacamole.var. So let me do this as well. I will fetch this file from internet. How much time is it going to take me? My internet connection is 44 Mbps. What? Wow, it's fast. But why don't I? Okay, it's already done. Wow, is it? Yes. Connection closed. Denied. Why denied? Why? Permission denied. Public key. Um, I remember adding mirror one's key into no. Why? Maybe I should do it like sudo su root. Maybe that scp command is wrong, or the issue might be with SSH configuration. Something happened afterwards. I did all of the test workstation stuffs. The wget failure downloaded a web page instead. Okay. Text HTML. Oh, I didn't see that. Uh, oh, download the actual compiled war file from with Apache archives. Replace. Okay. That works. What's the difference between this command and this command? Okay, this is archive.apache.org and this is apache. Okay. So it was actually expecting me to literally hit the download button from a web page, which is so dumb. Why would I download from a button when I'm using a wget when I'm actually trying to fetch it locally? Well, AI makes mistakes. So where were we? Copy to Nginx directory you already set up for aptly. And what benefit would that do for us? On hypervisor 1, pull it and deploy. Okay, that's interesting. So you mean I can do something like this and then pull it from here? Sorry, pull it from my own server because Nginx was set up. Yes, Nginx was indeed set up. Was it? I don't remember. I don't remember setting up Nginx on Mirror 1. Have I set it up? Okay, let's see. Let's confirm it using systemctl sudo systemctl status nginx. Nginx is actually running. Okay, I don't remember this at all. My memory is just gone. By the way, oh man, I'm so dumb. This is mirror, and I'm actually serving all the files via nginx. So, man, the whole purpose this mirror works is actually because of nginx. Okay, this is very intelligent. We will just fetch it from nginx. Okay, let's switch back to hypervisor 1. Get the file from our own local server via nginx, and it's done, guys. Guacamole.war. Yes, it's done. Downloaded. Temporary list. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't put this here. I should put this here. Fine. Now update your apt and download all the packages. Okay. Huh. Sudo apt install rdp 0 327 MB. Hello Gaurav. Hello. Yo. What is up? Then we have to enable guacd. How do you pronounce it? Guacd. No. Maybe guacd. System D. Guacd. Guacamole demon. This must be demon. Guacamole demon. This literally sounds like guacamole demon. We should introduce a new demon in Demon Slayer named Guacamole Demon. Sorry for the bad joke. Restart Tomcat 9. Make a configuration directory for Guacamole and put this shit into that configuration you just made. Make a link so that this can actually access it with right permissions. Symlink, you say. And finally restart. And if I see status of guacd systemctl status guacd. This is amazing. It's running. And what about Tomcat 9? It's also running. Amazing. So, yeah, pull it and deploy. Open a web browser directly on Windows host. Navigate to Guacamole. Moment of truth, guys. Oh my god. Okay. Login using the credentials defined in XML file, which are admin and admin password. And what about the configuration? Okay. Admin and admin password. In our configuration file, admin password. Oh my god, literally. Are you kidding me? I should put this. Um do this again and restart these two files. Okay. Now link that file yet again and restart. Okay. I should restart this again, and now I can use admin and admin this connected to Guacamole, waiting for response. The remote desktop server is currently unreachable. Reconnect. Your Guacamole web frontend is working perfectly. Means that Tomcat web app successfully talked to GuacD daemon, but GuacD was unable to establish an RDP connection on port 3389 of your to your test workstation container. This is almost certainly caused by one of the two startup. The very last step you performed during the GUI configuration was running this. So you could safely take a snapshot. You haven't started it back up. In the previous steps, we used 50 in the user mappings XML file as placeholder because OpenSense Kia DHCP server, okay. The fix, start and list. Actually, it is running indeed. Incus list. It is running. Update Guacamole if IP changed. IP is correct. User mappings XML. Where is the IP? Actual container IP. Yes, the actual container IP is indeed 10.10.10.50. Apply the changes. Restart. Ensure RDP is running. What is this? Line end. 145. Am I able to remotely connect with this? With the remote desktop connection app, I'm actually able to connect. The port is 10.10.10.50 and the config file is correct though. Browser I can't access the VM. Admin connecting to Guacamole. You have been logged out. You can connect successfully via standard RDP network. Routing is correct. Port 3389 is open and XRDP service inside the container fully correct. Mean that Guacamole daemon is successfully reaching the container but is abruptly terminating the connection during the security handshake. Actually, you know what? You are actually guessing it all wrong because if you see the timestamps, it's at 145 and currently it is almost 245. So this is older. Param name any to param name RDP. Param name any to param name RDP. Stat. Find the param name security any and change it to RDP. Test the connection. Waiting for response. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The errors that you saw in my previous question prompt is almost an hour ago. It's not of guacamole and it doesn't work. 44. It's actively trying to make connection. loading key map base, whatever, refused connection. Again tries to load key map and whatever, RDP server refused connection, wrong security type. Okay, clearly says wrong security type. So that is something big hint. Security conflict, yes. Guacamole proxy daemon, RDP server refused connection. You downloaded and deployed version 1.5.5 version of Guacamole web application, but the Ubuntu apt repository installed the older 1.3.0 version of guacd backend daemon. Because of this version gap, guacd's older free RDP engine is clashing with Ubuntu's. Okay, when we set Guacamole to RDP, Guacamole sent a standard RDP encryption. However, XRDP server inside the container is hard coded to negotiate, preferring higher tier. Your Windows RDP connection app natively sends this and automatically upgrades to TLS, which is why it connected perfectly. On the other hand, this gets rejected for having wrong security type and immediately drops the connection. Rather than manually compiling this from C source code, which is massive headache, the most practical fix in this prototype is to simply tell test workstation to stop demanding TLS and accept the standard RDP security that Guacamole is trying to send. Waiting for response, reconnect, and that doesn't work. Is already configured for RDP previous step. The two services will now perfectly align. Hit reconnect. The security handshake will instantly pass and you will be sitting at your XFCE desktop. And no, what's the issue now? Still doesn't work. Same issue, I think. Maybe it's about some caches or stuffs. Should I log out and log in again? Re-log in, admin. Would it work? Not. When Ubuntu installs SRDP, it defaults to TLS NL encryption and generates a certificate for it. However, Ubuntu forgets to give it actual XRDP service as a permission. Hypervisor to apply the fix. Man, revert XRDP configuration inside the container. Apply the certificate permission fix and restart the services. Go to a browser and reconnect. Unreachable again. We have to do this right now. Hello guys, hello. If I'm audible, as you can see, there is no electricity right now. I need to end the stream, sadly.